Am I the asshole if I charge my girlfriend 1K for rent while I pay 2K plus? My girlfriend, 26, and I, 28, have been dating for 2 years. Now we would like to move in. We are currently in SoCal and living expenses is high out here. The amount that we're seeing for rent is about $1-800-2500. I don't mind paying about $2,000 while my girlfriend helps with at least $1,000 or so for food, rent and utilities. Now she's overreacting and saying how she doesn't want to have the pressure of studying and going to school, so she doesn't want to give the $1,000. Maybe $500? Regardless, am I the asshole for charging her? She's saying that other people are supporting their girlfriend without the pressure of bringing cash home. Further information, I got my career going and she is going to school for nursing. Update. People are asking the same questions. She is in school for nursing. Income is weird since she is per diem. She takes shifts at a nursing home based on availability. We discussed and she's willing to provide $400,800. Not 1K that I rounded up. She will work maybe 1 or 2 shifts per week or every other week. Depends on class schedules. I am not in school anymore. I can afford to provide for her. That way she can just focus on studies and we can reap the rewards later after she finishes. I think this is the right move. I just wanted people's insights on the situation. I mean, of course I will provide for my wife, fiancé, but we are not engaged yet. We are BF, GF, but we're in it for the long haul. Just curious as to what her plan would be if you weren't together. Did y'all make plans for her to go back to school together? Was she already in school when you met? It honestly depends on the agreements and conversations had before this step. If she's not ready to pay rent, then she's not ready to move out. I understand it's difficult to be in school for nursing and have an income at the same time. However, rent is high and life is no longer affordable at a one-person salary. Not the asshole. No judgment, but it genuinely doesn't feel like you planned this out. Neither of you is ready to commit $3,000 per month like this. If she was your fiancé, that would be one thing, but she's not. Why would you burn most of your paycheck while she saves monthly? Outside of that, her statement, other people are supporting their girlfriend without pressure to bring cash home, would be a massive red flag to me. It's not his, but rather her money is hers, while your money is also hers. I'm not saying to break up, but I sure as shit wouldn't move in with her until after she got a job and was able to pay her fair share of rent and consumables. Nah, it sounds fairly reasonable to me. You are offering to pay the majority because you earn more. But I don't think it is an asshole move for her to say that she can't move from free accommodation to paying you that amount, as it would add pressure for her to earn money alongside her nursing training. However, if you can't afford to pay the full rent, and she doesn't want to contribute, then she'll need to stay where she is currently living until she qualifies. So you'll both need to decide what works for you. Info: what percentage of her income are you asking for? Does she have a job or is she a full-time student? You make it sound like she just doesn't want to pay, but is it even possible for her after paying her school expenses? No assholes here. It's totally reasonable for you to want to split expenses, but dude, if she can't afford it, she can't afford it. She's currently in school, and it sounds like living at home? Just wait till she graduates and gets a job to move in together. Frame it as needing to know you are both fully committed and have skin in the game. Am I the asshole for not letting my brother's girlfriend have one of my cupcakes? Okay, so like last weekend my mom threw a little family get-together at our house cause it was her b-day. Nothing crazy, just cousins and stuff. I decided to bake cupcakes the night before. I'm not a professional baker or anything, but they came out super good, to be honest. Anyways, I made like 24 cupcakes and put them out on a tray on the counter. I specifically told everyone that they were for after dinner because my mom wanted to do a candle thing with them instead of a regular cake. So my brother, he's 22, shows up with his girlfriend, who nobody really knows that well cause they've been dating for like 2 months. She's nice I guess, but a little pushy. Like she acts like she's already part of the family or whatever. IDK. Fast forward, we're all just hanging out and I see her just straight up grabbing a cupcake off the tray. I go over and I'm like, hey, can you PLS wait till after dinner? My mom wants to do candles with them, and she kinda just stares at me like I am crazy and goes, it's just one. I said, yeah, but they're for later, and she literally rolled her eyes at me and put it back, after taking a bite. So now that one's ruined, obviously. My brother got mad and pulled me aside later saying I was rude and made her feel unwelcome, and it's not a big deal, but like? It wasn't just about the cupcake, it was about the whole plan. My mom said I didn't do anything wrong, but some of my cousins said I shoulda just let it go cause, family first, and now my brother's still being weird with me. So IDK. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Your brother obviously didn't care what type of impression his girlfriend makes though. Disrespectful AF. Not the asshole. For after dinner means just that. They were for after dinner. It's not like you all were eating them while she couldn't. Not the asshole. Your brother's girlfriend is a brat and your brother taking her side when she's clearly in the wrong doesn't bode well for the future. Hopefully they'll be broken up soon. Until then, I wouldn't invite her to any more functions if I had my way. The girlfriend is rude. You do not take food at another person's house without it being offered to you. She was incredibly rude. You don't cut a birthday cake until it's presented. You don't take a birthday cupcake either. It's the same thing. Shame on her and everyone who defends her. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. There seems to be some misunderstanding about what family first means. The girl is not family and was openly disregarding what a family member said to her. She felt unwelcome because she has no social decorum or etiquette, and if you are lucky she will never become a member of your family. Entitled people are the ones that pretend to get offended when they get called out for acting like a child with no manners. Am I the asshole for cutting the Wi-Fi every night at 11 while my cousin stays with us? Too long did not read. Started turning the Wi-Fi off at night without warning because my visiting cousin wouldn't keep it down while I study for finals. I'm a 21M engineering student, living with my parents in Lebanon. Finals are in a week, so my nights are mostly spent memorizing formulas and solving circuits. Last month, my cousin, say Laura, 17F, asked if she could crash in our guest room for a few weeks while she did a short internship in the city, Beirut, from our village down South Leb. My parents said yes, which is no problem. I like Laura. The problem started on her second night. Around midnight, I heard loud laughter and TV noises coming from the living room. Laura was online with her friends playing online until 1 a.m. This happened almost 3 nights in a row, even though I complained to her multiple times, all respectful and stuff. After 3 nights of this, I was exhausted. I hashily confronted her and she apologized, but the next night it happened again, albeit only till midnight, and it was a little lower. My grades are hanging by a thread, so I took a bigger approach, shut off the Wi-Fi at 11 every night and turned it back on when I wake up next morning, around 7. My parents don't mind since they're more TV people and go to sleep early. Cue chaos. Laura lost connection mid-game the first night I did this, and she came to me furious. She said I was acting like an old landlord, ruining her only free time. My parents think I overreacted. They say Laura's just enjoying her time with us and the stay is temporary. They want me to turn the internet back on and ignore her, instead, for the sake of family. The main router is in my room, so most control is mine, but I have to listen to my parents in the end. Am I being unreasonable? I feel bad because Laura's internship is only about 2 more weeks, and yes, I didn't warn her about turning off the Wi-Fi. On the other hand, I'm trying for a scholarship, and I literally can't focus or go to sleep with the late night noise. Am I the asshole? Edit. It's 9 p.m. now and I'm getting ready to go to bed in a couple of hours, and she's already in our living room playing PS on the TV. I still don't know if I should cut it again tonight because at this point it's like a battle of wits. On one hand, my parents pay for the Wi-Fi and she is a guest, so we should be accommodating her. But I really tried and mentioned this problem so much. Edit. It's now midnight. I got my parents to agree that she's pushing things too far, and they spoke to her themselves, and she's agreed to be pretty much completely quiet by midnight, which was our compromise. She's packed her stuff up and is now in bed in the guest bedroom, all quiet, bliss. Not the asshole. She is interrupting your sleep. Your family is being very kind by letting her stay. She should be more respectful. And I genuinely do not see how this is anything else. You repeatedly asked her to tone it down, which was ignored. You have to study and that means getting decent rest, and surely it's just common courtesy to just STFU at 1 a.m. loudly crying. If she wakes you up, go wake your parents up and get them to ask her to keep it down. Repeat as necessary. Don't disconnect the Wi-Fi. Access the router settings and block her device via MAC address. Depending on the router, you may be able to set timed periods it will block her device only from accessing the internet. The router will still be on and all other devices will still connect, so definitely can't be you messing around. Not the asshole. She's being disrespectful to family who is hosting her and you need to sleep. Just go in at 10:30 if she's still at it and warn her it'll be cut off sharply at 11. Everyone sucks here. She is a guest and shouldn't be disrespectful of others in the household. However, it's ultimately your parents' house and what they say goes. Also, your grades have nothing to do with her. If she's only been there a few days and your grades are hanging by a thread, they were like that before her arrival. Don't blame others for the problems you created for yourself. Am I the asshole for accepting money from a teacher after my parents said no? I, 17F, have always had a love for science. This year, I am taking a marine biology elective and it has been a blast. The content is very different from the typical science courses offered at my school, but that's what I like about it. Next month, after AP exams, the class will be going on a field trip. When I heard about the trip I was very excited and had my parents sign my waiver right away. The trip is $45. When my parents learned the trip isn't free, they told me I could no longer go. I was a bit confused because my parents had never rejected academic field trips, and had paid for more expensive non-academic trips before. I respected their decision. However, when I told my teacher why I could no longer attend, she told me about how the school sponsors extra tickets and that there were some unclaimed ones. When I told my parents about this, they told me not to accept handouts, because it would be embarrassing for them. Their point felt a bit self-centered, so I submitted my waiver and accepted the free ticket. Last week my parents got the confirmation email about the trip. For the past 3 days they have been calling me ungrateful and spoiled for doing this behind their back. They have also been trying to make an example of me to anyone who will listen. At first, I felt bold and empowered for signing up for the trip, but now I am not sure if I made the right choice. Am I the asshole? You are not at all the asshole. First, also study marine science, and I hope you can continue to study it in the future. The world would be better for it. It's wonderful that the school is supportive of your endeavors, and your parents should be as well. It's experiences like these that will shape your interests, goals, and it's your parents' job to support them. Maybe you should have a serious conversation with them about why they're so opposed to the trip, and explain how much it means to you. Congrats for taking this opportunity into your own hands, and advocating for something you care about. This is a great step towards a bright future. Hopefully your parents will appreciate your courage and determination later on. No, not the asshole. At first, by your title, I was wary. Since it was not actually a teacher paying. It's fine. Your parents' pride has been hurt. It's odd they're telling anyone if that's the case. Is there some other reason they would not want you to go other than not being able to afford it? I can't imagine any parent not wanting their kid to go on a field trip in a subject they really like. Hopefully they will swallow their pride, if that's what's wrong, and be happy you had the opportunity to go. Not the asshole. There's definitely something more there for their reasoning of really not wanting you to go, but I think you should 1000% go, and maybe it's some kind of jealousy and not too sure. Def some shit to unpack there. Accept it and go on your trip. If they try to stop you, tell them the school already has the waiver. I was in ocean biology myself at Sunset High in Beaverton, Oregon. Our trip to the upper Oregon coast was quite fun. Oh, and the trick to winning the sand crab race is to keep the crab in your cupped hand with water. It keeps them refreshed. Not the asshole. I can't imagine any caring parent denying their child a wonderful educational opportunity out of misplaced pride. I wonder if they would think differently if you had been awarded the ticket for excellence in class? Which would be a good way to frame it to them. Your teacher obviously felt you were an engaged and deserving student to offer you the ticket. Please enjoy the trip. Dolphin smile. Not the asshole, but can't they cancel the signed waiver? If you're 17, don't you still need permission to go? Tread carefully. And if they do retract permission, embarrass them for that. Or if you need to remind them that you will tell everyone if they do retract and why, which would be far more embarrassing. Good luck.